Alrighty, kids. Now you've waited all year. We're up to August 8th. Server reset time, 2 p.m. Pacific. Just got our new stuff for today, and finally, a 99 overall Sidney Crosby, the very first one that has ever come into the game in Nhl19. It's you've been waiting forever. You wanted it on day one. You wanted it in September of last year. That's absurd though. You gotta wait until August. You gotta wait until the true blue. No, I mean, if you were thinking, hey, most people probably aren't playing much anymore. Well, their bots are, because you sure as shit can't place in the competitive seasons that are still going on. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you see this and weren't already on the PS4 side and were thinking, hey, maybe I'll go play. Don't. I mean, if you're like really good, maybe like top 5, top 10 of actual human players in the world, then maybe give it a shot. But I assume the rewards are garbage, even for those top guys. I don't know. You get a card. I don't see what that card would give you, since you should have 99s across the board anyways, even if you stop playing for a month or more. So yeah, if you're just thinking like, hey, people aren't really playing much anymore, maybe I'll get something nifty in a pack. In less than 24 hours, the next set of offline events will be dropping. Maybe that'll be some nifty stuff. I mean, it won't be. Just so you know, I don't have inside information on this. I'm just basing it off of everything that this company has ever done in its existence and during the course of this year. So there'll be like a random jersey pack, and you'll get some like super important untradeable contract packs, but maybe not. Maybe not. That might be a bit much. So they might back that down to some consumable packs, just so they can toss some healing ones in there. Not that it really matters, because they're untradeable anyways, but you can actually get some value for contracts than you can for healing. No one's buying healing at any price. It doesn't. The lowest you can go in this game is 50 with a buy now of 100. It's not like FIFA or Madden or NBA Live or I don't know, UFC. Does UFC even have player cards on an auction market? Probably not. That seems kind of stupid. I couldn't get past the demo on that game. I did play it though, so there's that. Yeah, so no, the lowest in this game you can do is a 50 starting price and 100 lockdown, like lower that you can do. Which, I mean, if you're gonna sell a healing card and it's actually gonna sell, not even now, but like even a month or two ago, yeah, you'd put it on for 50 and it wouldn't matter what the buy now is, and maybe someone would be willing to put 50 down for it. And so technically I guess you sell it for 50, but it's not the same. It's not the same as being able to be more specific about the pricing. So yeah, this sweet Sidney Crosby. Let's talk about this Sidney Crosby. It says Penguins, it says plays of the year, it says 99. And first thought for me was, wow, August 8th, a Crosby who has max gate and some other stuff that's high as well. Not that just as a reminder, the final 3 don't matter at all in NHL19. Supposedly they're going to make a bit of a difference in 20. We'll see. I won't be around for it. So yeah, max skate at 99 and not maxed shot. So I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. It's probably like, I actually don't even know. I'm trying to think through Crosby's. He was such a non-factor the entire year in the actual NHL. And like all the Sid fanboys that would hear that would be like, man, no, he's like a man. No, he's not. He was pointless this year. He made no difference whatsoever. except for maybe except for maybe taking a tremendous player like Phil Kessel to be like, I'll go try Arizona, where no one has ever won. Jesus. Maybe Crosby's play this regular season lit a fire under Kessel to be like, yeah, I want to go play in the desert on ice. That sounds like, but not like the fun, everyone's losing money in slots Vegas desert where they at least were able to make the cup in their first year because of reasons. Not their team's terrible, so that's not anything about it. But anyways, yeah, he's going to Kessel's not going. He's already there. He's going to play for Arizona as opposed to Pittsburgh, that's got other great players besides Crosby. Crosby's the second best center on his team. I don't know if that hits the fanboys too hard, but it's truth. If you listen to the broadcasts on this, which are gone for next year, they're not part of the broadcast for 20. So just continue to replay NHL 16, 17, 18, and 19. 16, I think, is when it started, right? So at least 17, 18, and 19. If you want to just hear the many trophies that Crosby has won in his illustrious career, it's I don't know. It's not fair when you're from Canada, when an actual, because NHL is not actually like truly worldwide. I mean, it's worldwide, but like it's worldwide with teams from Pittsburgh as opposed to like teams from Latvia. So when you're talking about Team Canada winning gold, okay, great. I mean, like for America, if the U.S. even makes it into the win place show, just because that was a little racehorsing commentary there because Edzo is leaving the game, so we don't get to hear any of his horse picks through the commentary in the game in future years. Not that they were there this year, but yeah, USA is just glad to be there on the podium, if that's even possible, with like the highest offensive producing American of all time, Patrick Kane. So yeah, win it with Canada. I don't give a fuck, man. You're like the guys that get rejected that aren't good enough to play fourth line forwards, blue line D, third backup, not on like scratch goalies. Like the guys that aren't good enough to do that on Canada would be starters on other teams throughout the world. So fuck off if you're just like, I'm from Canada, I want a gold medal. Of course you did. Of course you. What did you think was going to happen? Was going to try to play again now that pros are allowed to play? Like hint 1980. So yeah, I mean if you win, I don't know, if you're like Sweden's got decent talent. Sweden picked up a dub and managed to snag a gold medal, then I would applaud that. And I actually don't even know what Crosby's what do we want to call that, ethnicity is. I can look it up. I don't really care that much though. But like whatever that is, there's other. I mean, FIFA lets you do that. Soccer, right? Yeah, soccer lets you do that. That's how like certain players got to play for France and stuff like that. You don't have to have like true dual citizenship like every Canadian actor and ever who also happens to have an American citizenship until like say a certain person took over the country a couple of years ago, and now they're like, I don't know if I want this other citizenship anymore. So yeah, soccer you can do that. I'd imagine you can do it in some other sports. But boxing has done that. It's been a very long time since I can remember somebody choosing the one that you didn't expect them to choose. But they did that once in boxing. I know that. I know very little about Olympic boxing. So yeah, whatever white bread ethnicity he's got rolling around under there, pick that country and go play for them. Feel free to be their frontline center. Not that you would deserve to be on basically any team, because you're terrible at face-offs. That's what the center should probably be somewhat good at. So yeah, go there, play for them, and win a gold with them, and then come back and talk shit. Until then, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. But more to the point, we're here on 8/8, 2019, brand new stuff. I haven't even clicked to the next screen to show you what else is great for today. But I want to start with this, and this is pretty much where I'm going to end with this too. I don't care a shit about the rest of the stuff, honestly. So it's 96 shot, and I was trying to think. So I got off onto that little tangent there. I was like, well, what would Crosby really be that'd be up versus down? And in fairness to him, I mean, what do they have him as a sniper, right? So I don't know if I really agree with that either. I would say, and again, this year things might have been a little different, but I didn't watch, so I didn't care or anything like that. But historically, I would say of the 4 categories that matter in the shot stat, it's wrist and slap, it's accuracy and power. Of those 4, I think that wrist shot accuracy would be his best of the 4. I don't know though, but like maybe wrist shot power would be one of the lower ones, or slap shot accuracy. I don't know which one would be down, which one would be up, and then there's always that 5th one that I always forget about that doesn't usually matter. That could come down a little bit, but not enough to make the overall 96. So I thought that was odd. So pay attention; it's still there. They could go in and make a change. We're probably not. We're 41 minutes into the reset, so I think this is going to stay. They're saying this is the plays of the year. Now I'm going to pay attention to the back end of that as well. It's yellow, mostly yellow, gold, whatever, with the Penguins mascot logo jersey there behind him, and he's wearing the standard home jersey, it looks like. So that's it. So, but the bottom numbers, 99, 96, 99, 93, 98. Why am I making such a big deal of that? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe I don't just make videos that nobody watches, that I don't even watch, on a channel that I don't even watch. Maybe there's a reason to do that. And here's the only 99 that's ever come out this year for Sid. Wait, what? He's got 4 other 99s. That's 5, 6. Jesus, does he really have that many? I didn't actually count. 1, 2. Why would you? Like, if you have that one, now I want to look at this. So CP and CP plus 2 and an FM 1. Taking a quick little glance, the underlying stats. PP and DZ, okay, and lower stats. There's no data issued on this because it's not. But so that one came out after? Had to have. Yeah. Okay. So apparently you can upgrade the exact same type of card that is already at an overall 99 without it being a weird end of year special type of card boost. His awards was only in 97. Okay, so he's got this 99 for milestones. How many milestones could he possibly have had at the end of the year? He's got 2. I'll have to look up what his stats were, I guess. But okay, he had two 99 milestones, and one is way better than the other one. Okay, cool, fun times. He's got that team of the week and this team of the week, and again, the one below it is much better than the one above. You guys are weird as shit. Okay, and then he's got offensive team of the year, so that's whatever. So all in all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So supposedly for today, because I'm looking at the back of that card there, and it looks like today's card. And when I clicked on auction house, there weren't any that were being sold at the time, but that was 20 minutes ago. Still nobody. Okay, cool. I mean, at least the drop rates aren't allowing the version of HFTAs to kill this. Look at that though, 99s across the board. That's odd. Now I haven't looked at probably any of the plays of the year's cards. I haven't really looked too much at very many of the other 99 cards that like they didn't just give us for free. And yeah, I know that means I should know about the awards PK Subban that they allowed through the monthly rewards, but I didn't get the monthly rewards max that month. I didn't have 90 or whatever the hell things to turn in, so I don't have that card. Back to this. So these ones, it's cool. It's +5 for all of the team-based stats. Burner, the Beauty, for the boys, Bruiser, and It's a Trap. Even though like It's a Trap is mostly terrible, which is why they gave it to almost exclusively goalies at the beginning of the year. But it is what it is. When you're getting +5, you just need another 5. You get 2 of these cards, and all of your team-based synergies are maxed, and you don't need to, the things that you get from those team-based synergies, you don't need to focus on the underlying player stats for literally any player on your team. But this is interesting though, right? I mean, it says 99s across the board on the actual card, and I can click back over to show you, but that's not what they're showing on the screen for the Plays of the Year card for him. And I have no idea if he had an existing Plays of the Year card, but if he did, it's not out there in the auction market, or maybe there is a weird glitchy sort of thing here right now, so that like because I'm clicking from here, it's not coming up. I don't know, but you know, unfortunately, I can't even. They don't let you player name search, because why would you want that? But even if they did, and I was able to say Sidney Crosby, you know, center. Oh, that one's a play. Where's a normal card? Oh, he's okay. So I thought I saw a sniper, but he's a playmaker, which is accurate. So I like that. That's good. So that's the one thing I'll take back from what I said before. The other ones are buried in like lower underneath it. I can see it now. Like, yeah, good idea putting that one in black, because people can totally read that. There's no reason to make that white at all. Fucking idiots. People that work on this thing, it's like they just more than half of the game this year, I would say like 80% of it came across to us, the end users, as if, and like all these stats, because it's a milestone, it's gold. What about where's the other milestone? So same deal there, and that one's black as well. At least this one, they made the thing for the awards white, whereas the PK Subban card, like I couldn't even tell on the award screen, because it was kind of like that black over to the left where it's showing 3 out of 130 for the Penguins. It was like in there was the info showing what the card was that you could win for that month if you got enough of the 8-hour monthly reward cards or whatever. I couldn't see shit. I had no idea what it was, but like throughout the course of the month I figured out what it was, and I just didn't have enough to get it. So anyways, moving on. The point that I was gonna make, we'll finish the first one, and then, which was actually the second, and then we'll move real quick back to this. It felt to us, most of us, that most of the game, a super majority of the game, so more than 75%, I'd say more than like 80+% of the game, was just patched together at the last second, as if like, you know, they were I'm in transit to school Monday morning and forgot about their homework over the weekend, and just like turned it in with everybody else, despite having it like nowhere near the appropriate presentation level. That's what most of the game felt like, despite the fact that they maintain and they they force their game changers to reiterate this as truth, and it's like, all right, you're saying that's the truth, so we're going to go with it. The suggestion was that, like in previous years, this year NHL19, almost all of it, in terms of not just in terms of what legends were ever going to be in the game. You couldn't use them in other modes, and they weren't relevant until 2 weeks ago. So who gives a shit? And the people that had Gretzky and Lemieux, they just coined. They did not. They absolutely did not grind for those coins and turn in their legend card. And you guys have this on the back end and your database stats. You can track this. You're just not going to. You're not going to. And I'm not even saying you should. I'm just saying stop fronting like everyone else is just salty because they weren't able to grind as hard and get 45 legend collectibles to turn in to have both Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky 99 across the entire board. Back 11 months ago. So that was priceless. Seeing the folks that had any affiliation with EA whatsoever suggest that happened. And then the other suggestion from others who were like, well, whatever. If somebody wants to spend 1 million coins in the first month on a 99 Gretzky, then that's their prerogative. Well, first of all, it was 5 million. It wasn't 1 million. And second of all, okay, great. That's $750 up to about almost twice that. About $1,300 is what that would have cost you in U.S. dollars. And then because of conversion, Canadian dollars would be even higher. Not in terms of just the dollar amount, but also as far as it doesn't matter. The conversion would make it even worse for you folks up north there. So yeah, I think that's a lot of money to spend on one card, even if it is way above and beyond what you can get in September. Because I could probably go over about 7 pages, I would assume, to get to not even that many. There we go. There's base Crosby. So this is what it started with, beginning of the year, and I kind of remembered thinking, because I still have up on this fake channel when I pulled this. I didn't pull this. Because as you can see, I got this on June 29th. But I did not pull an untradeable version. I pulled a tradable one, and so every card in the game from the day you get them, generally speaking, is a depreciating asset, with maybe Evo cards and other types of cards that could potentially increase their overall rating, not being a guaranteed depreciating asset, but there's some cards in that arena as well that I sold not even at their high point, that were like legends. I sold legends not even like super early on, like almost later stages in the game, when there were plenty of cards that were higher rated, much faster, and better shooting. Like, I don't understand why people wanted these cards, but I sold a couple legends for like 3-4x what they're going for now. And now you can take that same card and add some draft collectibles and make it a 99. So in my mind, I think it's worth way more than it was when I sold it. Because when I sold it, that was endgame. You couldn't go any higher. It was stupid. It was pointless. I don't know. Buy what you want, though. So point being, you got 87 overall, and the skate was 91, and it matched. Acceleration was 92, speed was 90, agility 93. Balance at 89 was also still above the marker. Endurance was low, though, which sucked. And then, shot was low, but wasn't the worst if it was going to be linear. You know what I mean? Like, meaning if 87 just goes right up to 99, then it would be so that'd be 96 slap shot accuracy, 97 slap shot power, 98 wrist shot accuracy, and 95 wrist shot power. I know that's exactly what I said. I think that's what I said, right? Was that I felt like wrist shot accuracy should be highest and probably wrist shot power lowest. And then I forget how I waffled on the slap shot accuracy and power, but they're one off, so what the hell's the difference? Maybe that was subliminal. Maybe I remembered seeing that from 9 months ago and channeled it back into my my frontal lobes just now, but I don't think so. I think that was just me just taking a kind of wild guess and turning out to be accurate. I'm not going to claim that it's whatever. I'm not claiming any sort of superiority on that. But point being, those wouldn't be the worst ever for linear, but that would only be in a world in which 99s were, what they are, as opposed to like 99 across the board, which is actually what they are. The rest of the stats, if you gave a shit about them, handles are 87 and defense is 87. He's not, despite being 5'11 and playing bigger than 5'11 200, I think. So there you go. I gave him a bit of a compliment. His check rating is garbage. And there you go with faceoffs at 72, and no faceoff master synergy or anything else to boost that up, because he is terrible at taking faceoffs. So that's the base card, 87. Let's get back over to the point, right? So 99s across the board, and then pretty much 99s on everything. Endurance is a bit lacking at 97, which does kind of suck, honestly. Because if you're going to compare that to, I'll keep it sweet and short on this one. If I had the choice between this and another card of any type, of any player, who was 99s on everything on that far left side, so every skate category is 99, every shot category was 99, including endurance. And then as I said, I don't give a fuck about any of the rest of it. So handles, checking, defense could be whatever. I don't care. But if I could have the entire left side be 99, or this card that is basically that, but has endurance at 97, I would take the other one almost all the time. Now, here's a little bit different because it's coming with +5 on the 5 team-based synergies, and that's not exactly easy to get in a card. So, yeah. So you're probably going to go with the one that's going to get you the synergy and just deal with the fact that he's his whittle wags are going to get a whittle tired before he finishes his shift. So it's fine. 95 for body checking and aggression and durability, and shot blocking. And then, am I reading that right? Is that 90? Then, like, kudos to the team for not adjusting this at all into NHL 20, because we can totally tell. I'm on a, what is this? 55 inch and full screen. There's not a pixel of extra black screen on the edges at all. I'm completely full screen, and that's how TVs work. They don't let you zoom in past their natural viewing angle. So I'm at max viewing angle on a 55 inch TV, and I am about 3.5 feet, 4 feet away. And the face-off stat, like the 9s and the 3s and 8s, and like, fuck me if they toss a 6 in there. Good luck. And the bleeding over on the whites, It's such a terrible design. Um, it's really shocking, and I know this was the second design. You'd have to go back to one of my very first broadcasts to maybe get a glimpse of what those stats would be like, and I don't know if I was broadcasting at that point yet or not. So maybe you'd have to go to somebody else's channel, but at that point, that means they're a game changer. That means that they've got like 1,200 videos that they put out between the start of NHL 19 and now. So unless you like searched specifically for like NHL 19 debuts in 2 hours or something like that, like you're probably not going to find it. But point is, in my opinion, it wasn't a crazy difference between how this screen looked before and how it looks now. I understand why they made the change that they did, even if it was only because game changers were bitching that they didn't have enough time in between periods to search the other team's players' cards and like how good they'd be and stuff like that, which you don't get to see the full card presently, and I don't remember being able to do that before either, but you'd at least be able to see which type of card it was if the person had a different variant. It doesn't matter. Moving on. Point is, I could barely see that shit, but I think face-off is 93, as is discipline, and then I think fighting skill is 85. Does Crosby fight? I don't know. I feel like he should. I mean, he's got Chara, or did have Chara. We'll see if he has him next year. But, doesn't have Chara. What the fuck am I talking about? Chara's on. Oh God, that's why you gotta stop talking once I hit that wall of where I know what I'm talking about. He's got. I was about to throw another name out there, and that other name is also the other team. Apparently, I'm conflating the Bruins and the Penguins at the moment. Yeah, he does not have Chara. He does not have Marchand either. Who's the Penguins? I'm trying to think of who the Penguins gunner is. Who their fighter would be. That's how inconsequential I felt like the Penguins were this year. And like mostly Crosby specifically, but yeah, I don't recall seeing anyone that fought for them get into highlights. And you don't have to have Tom Wilson on your team for that to happen. It is what it is, though. Fighting skill 85. I guess he doesn't fight, but anyway, I'm gonna drop it back into the screen where I can't see shit, just so I know how long I've been going. We're past an hour. Well, no way. Cool. 35 minutes. All right. So, if you notice, 99s across the board. And the card's not out there. It's not currently on the market. And also the final month plus 10 days. I might have to change that soon, just because pretty soon it's going to be just the final month. So who's selling it now? Still nobody. Now, is that because the people who cheated and ripped it decided they wanted to keep it on their team? I don't really know. It does appear to be the only Crosby 99 with 99s across the board. But if I could just reiterate for half a second here. Yeah, 99, 96, 99, 93, and 98. And no way of knowing what those underlying player face stats were supposed to be, but stuff, I don't know. It's on the same card. And I mean, did he have a Plays of the Year card already? I don't know. If he did, I didn't care. I mean, I'm not trolling for 99s that I can't afford anyways. Look at me, I got less than 20k coins in August. People, No Sleeves had 20k coins in his first 5 minutes of playing early access 3 days before I even had the game. And I was a pre-order. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what those would have been, and I don't know if he had a different version. If this is saying this card is in hut packs, that would be. I feel like that'd be like really shitty. I mean, granted, I don't think you're turning your nose up at getting a 99 Crosby of any type whatsoever, especially not one that probably has those same synergies that I was just showing. I know I would, and I'd be more than glad to add him to the squad. My overall is just looking a little down right now because I'm messing around with certain things, testing certain things out in the game. Like prior to playing the latest set of Hut Champs and CS, and the couple of things that were still available in offline versus CPU. That is not versus other players. That's why I said offline, but people get confused still because you say versus and they just automatically assume you mean like a game against people. I don't know why. So yeah, so I did the autofill, which I haven't touched. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I touched it at the beginning of the year, pretty much because I, number one, didn't really know what I was doing, and then number two, felt like that was easier. And then after doing that for like 2 games back in whatever that was, end of September of 2019, 18, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, that's terrible. I'd rather have this player here and this player here. That was before I was working on stuff like inversion left right. That was before I was realizing that defenders were shit, and they should just fuck all to all of them, even if they're Tim Horton legend. Well, actually, that one particular card is not that bad, but most of the rest of them are pretty much terrible. And so I eventually, early on enough for me, clearly well before most other players, I guess, and I wasn't even playing competitively. I moved my forwards to D. So maybe even really before doing that kind of stuff, I was still messing with the autofill, and then they did it. I think it was probably part of a tuner rather than an update. They made a change to how the autofill worked, because I think that you couldn't like before, like what I just did this week for this week's play, which means I play. Sometimes I'm required to play 3 games in a 24-hour span, or complete quote unquote 3 games in a 24-hour span, in order to get my my monthly reward. And really no. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'll go in and show you. I don't really know why I'm still doing this, because I already got the thing that I wanted, which was taking my 94 Makita that I had a hard time convincing myself of slotting him in, despite being pretty solid at face-offs. I just have so many centers, and the centers are so good. And I don't just mean the ones that we got through the monthlies, because I didn't get Ronick. I still have yet to get Chelios, even though I know he's not a center. And there's a couple other of the monthlies that I did not get. But other cards that I got lucky to get through like gold rare rerolls and stuff like that, like free agency cards like JT Comfer and Jajart Kara, and way before that, like 3-4 months ago or something like that, like the 94, probably like a diamond, Robert Leno, really solid card, even if he ended up spending most of his time on defense for me. So my point was, Leno, I actually don't know. Because I pretty much don't care, but I don't know what his. Okay, I do know what his natural position is. He's he's a winger. I just don't know left or right. I think left. But like as I said, like those 2 free agency cards that I picked up, they gave us. Who'd they give us? They gave us Camilleri, who is he a center too? I don't think he is. I don't even fucking know. I can't remember. and Ryan Reeves, and he's not a center. But yeah, I just had like just a bunch of centers on the team that were all solid, and I did go ahead and upgrade my Sakic to a 99 and my Medano to a 99, and this is all I feel like I have left to do in this game is right here, 4 more, and I will be turning my this is stupid, but this is kind of what I'm talking about for this for for this plays of the year Sidney Crosby card is I have this. I clearly, otherwise I wouldn't be trying to whatever. Anyways, I have this card, and it's the Canucks alumni for Messier, right? And as you see there, card stats 99, 97, 97, 95, and 99. Now you take that along with 8 of the August collectibles, which means I got 3 more to go. That turns it into a Rangers collectible. People are going to be like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'll go over and show you. Quit your bitching. To the 400 New York Rangers alumni cards that are out there, of which I think I have 2. Now, was that Bauer? The Curry was definitely a choice pack, right? Was the Bauer and Park one choice as well? He's still, oh man, Johnny can't catch a break playing stand up. He's still 95 in the 5-hole. 93 aggression. I think that's gonna be I think that's more of a thing for 20 than it is for 19. But being lower, so 93 compared to 99 means he should. How would you want to phrase that? Because 93, he's still going to be pretty aggressive, but he should be a bit more focused on. I don't really like the word. He's not really containing the net at 93, but he's focusing on maintenance of that area. Let's say a bit more than he is, trying to come out and I don't know, think that he's one of the pardon me, one of the 5 forwards that are out there on the ice. One of the Jesus Christ, not 5 forwards, 5. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. This card does not look that great. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I mean, I would take it, but I was gonna click on Park, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the Messier. So, pardon me. So the Rangers Messier is 99s. That's the key. It's got different synergies as well, which is currently not making me that happy. But who knows? Maybe later I'll want +2 for what I assume is heavy hitter, but I don't know because that other one is definitely breakaway boss or boys. I forget which they say, but either way, the 3 I know for sure. So I don't know. I like his other synergies better, but I can't even see on this screen because it's so low. So we will switch back because I'm gonna go more blind by getting my face even closer. So yeah, he's not perfect 99s on skates. His 90 skates on shots. His 98 slap shot accuracy brings it down a scotch. That's about it. Endurance is weak at 89. It really is. I mean, particularly if you're feeling like, he's already got 99 on face-off on the Canucks version anyways, and none of those. I don't know. The beauty might have some impact on face-offs, but I don't think so. Not that he needs it. So I mean, if you're feeling like this is a pretty solid card, Not really many weaknesses. If you think that the other stuff matters, his awareness is already up there. You know, he at 6'1", 210, he can toss it around quite a bit. His durability, though, is a bit weak sauce at 81. And discipline is low at 85, but again, they seem to be flip-flopping, or I guess for this year, do I have to say clip-clapping? I don't know, because Floppy's gone and Clappy is there now. So 85 discipline, they're saying for NHL 20 that would suggest like a lower discipline, would potentially mean that he'd be getting into more fights, but they're only going to do that when they have a higher fighting skill rating, and when you don't initiate, so it's the other team that's looking to do it and you're going to step in, that has almost nothing to do with discipline. Even in NHL 20, that has almost exclusively to do with fighting skill. It could have a little, like very, very little, to do with aggression, but that's not what the aggression stat is supposed to be about. It's really not. So they should not have done that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. Even if they were like, let's say, let's see. If you don't instigate, let's do a quick code here. So let's say we'll say 0.7 fighting skill, 0.2. No, it's too much. 0.75 fighting skill, 0.25 discipline stat. Wait, did I just say 75 and 25? I'm an idiot. I bumped it up on purpose and then I fucked it up anyways. So sorry. So we'll go 0.75 fighting skill, 0.2 discipline, 0.05 aggression. If that's what the code was for non-instigated fighting initialization, that's basically fine for me, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's the same guys. If you had a base starting team of maxed gold rares, Chard be out there fighting for you every time. If you picked up some alumni, if you had some enforcers like Proby or Domi, that's Ty. I'm not talking about Max or any other Domis, Ty Domi. Then I don't even remember their stats because their cards are so terrible. But yeah, they should probably be stepping in as well for those fights that you do not initiate. I don't know. The point though was this Rangers Messier is a better card than the Canucks one. I'm not sure that it's really worth 8 monthly award collectibles, but if we can get back to that real quick, and I can't because I probably was supposed to click my hut on the last thing and I didn't. So yeah, we're in sets and then monthly rewards. So I mean, as you can see, I haven't done any of these first ones, luckily this time around. But kind of learned my lesson there. The extreme one though is fine. So I think that's where I'm gonna go after the next 3. So for 23 days, so for like 20 days, I guess, I'll be trying to rip some extreme free agency packs that give me untradeable cards that I don't need unless there maybe could be like a 93 free agency card that's awesome. And I don't have like enough collectibles really for anything. So unless I'm buying packs, I don't see being able to finish anything else. This Ferraro I don't have. And I'll get back to that in 1 second. This Nhl19 I don't have. I don't understand. I frankly don't understand at all maybe I am way off as to where my Newendike came from, but I'm pretty sure I were here on the fake channel somewhere. But I was under the impression that that was one of the monthly award legends that I got through that process. And he's, I mean, I guess he's a 90. But he's also one of the best in the game at face-offs. I don't have any Ronix at all. I have no type of Jeremy Roenick card at all, so I don't have that one. And like the Bobby Clark kind of like confuses me. I don't know. I don't know what month this was supposed to have come in. How much are people stupidly asking for this one? No results. Okay, well there you go. So maybe that was... Maybe everyone's got it as an untradeable because it was in a month that I didn't play at all. I don't know. Stasny I don't have. I definitely don't remember a 95 Stasny being part of a monthly trade, and no results for that either. I don't know. I guess I'll have to... Well, the forums are useless, so I don't know. I can turn in 60 if I feel like doing this. I guess I'd have them. I guess I could do this. I could choose one of 7 of the 99 overall August Legend upgrades. Wait a second though. Choice 1 of 7 99 overall August Legend upgrades. Yeah, so that if I had 60 of those, that means I should be able to choose between any of these: Stasny, Clark, Roenick, Newendike, yeah, technically Messier, Ferraro, but I mean I have the normal Ferraro, and like I have the normal Newendike, but I think I probably would be willing to take his 99 overall. So would I just be doing that for my choice between Roenick, Clark, or Stasny then, really? It says 1 of 7. Yeah, I mean you should be able to get any of the 7 that you want. Especially if you're turning in 60 fucking collectibles for it, but whatever. Yeah, so this... I said the thing already about the Newendike. The Ferraro, this was last month. So, last month, you could have turned in probably more than 15, probably like 30 or so July collectibles to turn your 88 Ferraro into a 95, and yeah, that's a pretty big jump, admittedly, and so yeah, I guess maybe I could understand why they wouldn't want me to turn my 90 Newendike into a 99, but whatever. And so and like no notification that this was going to happen, no even inclination whatsoever, no suggestion whatsoever. Game Changers, I'm sure knew. I'm sure they knew. You know, you definitely wouldn't want to have somebody who actually has more than an average of 0.001 people coming in and checking out their live streams on their fake channel, having a you know, a substandard card just because they were unaware of the promotions that were going on, even though like half of the Game Changers are not playing this currently, which is whatever. But anyways, so last month you could have turned your 88 untradeable Legend Ferraro in for a 95, so I could probably buy this, right, if I wanted to be stupid. How is that not available either? Okay, well, whatever. So you could turn in your... If you did that last month, now you can turn your 95 in and turn it into a 99, and then it would probably be worthwhile. Right? No. It's still not worthwhile. He's good at face-offs, and it looks like he's... I mean, his speed was already 99, so it's... I don't know what your... Oh, that's the... Ugh, that's the 95. Yeah, so +4. +4 means that you should... None of the rest outside of defense should get maxed at 99, but they're fucking weird the way they do shit. They just kind of like make stuff up as they go along. So more to the point, I'm gonna, I guess, bump up my Messier to 99. It's not like I'm playing anyways. And then I guess I'll come back here and just try to rip a bunch of extremes and, I don't know, see if I get anything worthwhile from that. And I could have done it in the other order, I guess, but I felt like kind of locking down these ones first, because I tend to have stuff come up that take me out of commission for an entire month. And as I said, yeah, that overall 95 is just a little bit misleading, because I used the thing with the autofill to fill my team in their natural positions based off of speed only. Like literally, I don't mean skating or anything like that. I mean like literally speed. So the player stat of speed was the only criteria that I used in creating this current team. And so it is, I forget let me try to think of the exact order of how they placed them. I think it is, yeah, I think it, well, so it's either, I don't know. Yeah, because Messier is already 99. So it's either Messier or Sakic first. I'm pretty sure it's Messier. So those guys are probably 1, 2, and then the 99 Modano is 4. So the third one would have, who the hell would the third one be? Because Makita's in there now too. So Makita actually I think moved his way up to first. So I don't even know what the order would be. What would it be? Makita, Messier, Sakic, Modano? And that's just nutty. So those are like my 4 best cards overall. Even though there are a couple other 99s as well. They're all stacked just on playing center on shitty lines. Because the rest are based off of their natural positions. Not that my team would be 99 overall anyways. It's not. It's like it's not. Well, with a couple of other upgrades, it might have moved to like 98, but it's a 97 when done properly. Yeah, and it's just weird because it's like now I got defenders playing defense. I got some lefties on the left and some righties on the right, and you're playing in a game that doesn't really matter against the computer, so that you can win a bronze pack from having 7 hits or some bullshit. And you do a standard across the seams through the pardon me. Yeah, you just do a standard pass, not really, kind of through the slot, not really in the slot, one timer, and just straight whiff on either side, on the left side or the right side. Supposedly getting fixed in 20. We'll see. But and literally the only thing they would need to do to fix it is just like like if human then act as if computer, and that's it. So it's pretty simple coding to fix that. The computer does not fuck that up. And since I made that statement publicly, I've actually played against a couple of computer opponents, strictly computer opponents, that have fucked that up twice, two times total in the history of the game. So from 9/11/2018 to today, 8/8/2019, twice that I can recall. So at best, I'd give you a margin of error and say it's maybe happened 5 times total. And I don't recall the other 3 because they were like so early in the game that I wasn't paying attention to it or something like that. Maybe, but probably not. So twice that I know of for sure, it's happened, and they've both been within the last month since the the info about the demo came out, and I made the public statement of like, hey, if you want to fix this, just have the human players play like the computer players do, because they never miss like that, never ever miss like that. And then one happened like a day or two later, and like one of the first games I played after saying that, and then another one happened, I don't know, a couple weeks, like more recently since then. But still, then, even then, only twice. And I've got a lot of milestones that I still need to do, but where's the yeah, so I mean, I don't know why they don't keep this up, so like you can see. I understand it's congratulatory or whatever the fuck, but like I should be able to remember how many games it was I needed to complete. But that's not even winning games. So winning normal games was not even in the milestone. Okay. Seems strange, in my opinion. As you see, I don't play online, so I mean that's a bit of a I was almost gonna say a misnomer. It's not a misnomer. It's just it's kind of a lying statistic, saying that since the game started, I've won 40 games of online competitive seasons. You could look at my I'm Coolfin20. You can look at my info. If I knew the easiest way to show you, because I'm gonna end this broadcast in about a minute or two, I would do that. I think I can easily show you like most recent games. That doesn't really do much except to show you that in the thing that didn't matter, whenever it's like in competing for Hut Champs in the qualifier, I had two DNF wins. So those counted. Those are 2 of the 40, and I would say like at least 10, which is 25%, but probably more, probably closer to half, probably closer to 20. I would say, gun to my head, I was gonna say 17, 16 or 17. 17. We'll go with 17. So 17 out of those 40 were people that disconnected on me. Although I also had probably like 3 times total in the whole year. I had people who I was active, they were active in a game, and then like and then the game stopped. You just lost connection, and hundreds of, and it's been a loss for me, suggesting that my if this was like FIFA, my ratings would be super low, because it would look like I'm DNQing all over the place. But I wasn't. I just would like my, especially because that was back when I was trying to broadcast a lot of the games, which why I don't know. I mean, it's a fake channel. Nobody ever comes here, but I felt like doing it, I guess. And it was, I guess it must have been too much or whatever, and I'd catch like a tiny little blip. I was perfectly at it, where I needed to be. I was looking at, 20 MPS or better. If you want me to be super specific, Mbps, whatever, or better. And it was just like a little blip for like 2 seconds. And in every other facet of like life, other than maybe trying to race an HFTA to one of the other markets in the US for that pricing on that huge order that we both spotted from our 100 lot fake ask that we had out there this is trading stuff, you guys. None of you are finance, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Outside of that, little blips like that don't make a difference. Microseconds, macroseconds, actual seconds don't make a difference in something like this. Although the rate that I was talking about that I've got on the connectivity to, here in these games, it's good enough. It's actually really good on my end. So like a little tiny blip Even if it boosted it, like, what would be like a terrible sitch. So like it goes from like 20 to 120. It'd be terrible, terrible. But if it does it for like 2 seconds, who gives a shit? So like my guys suddenly get muddy, like as if it's an NHL 18, and then 2 seconds later I'm able to play like a normal person. No big deal. Or be like many things out there, including other EA sports titles and other EA titles, where it says user has lost connectivity, looking to reconnect, and it gives you 30 seconds to try to reconnect. I understand that you can't really call it a player base because most of these are either, you know, bots or other types of automation, and, you know, effectively using seat scripting, which is like, what fucking former poker pros did you guys buy seat scripting off of? That's ridiculous. But people use seat scripting in this game, at least over here on the PS side. I've been told Xbox is not as bad, but that you can't get games over there, so who knows. So yeah, all that stuff just seems absurd. So I understand that the quote-unquote player base, which is, when referring to the negativity of it, is usually not talking about actual players, but that it's so toxic that they can't even put a stopgap measure in to be able to say, okay, if you have a blip, like a literal blip, where you lose connectivity for like at most 2 seconds, maximum of 2 seconds, maybe we'll say 3 and get super generous, that you then get a period of time of 30 seconds to reconnect. Their argument is that it would get abused. It would get abused by specific types of quote-unquote players. And I'm saying quote-unquote players. They're not. They just say players when I know they know they're not talking about actual players. Except for very few who play at the top end, and they're shitty people. So fuck them. I don't care. So yeah, I could see that maybe happening, but come on. So it's, you know, in a full game, with 20-minute, three 20-minute periods, you can't grant 30 seconds. You're already granting 30 seconds on the pause. Is it really that big of a deal to grant an additional 30 seconds for reconnection? And so yeah, if your connection is basically shitty, and you can't get through a single game of again 3 60-minute but plays less than that in real time periods, without losing your connection more than once after getting a 30-second reconnectivity period, yeah, I mean you probably don't deserve to be able to finish as many games as people that don't have that issue. I could see that. But the notion that like it's so toxic that people would, you know, some real players who are all about glitches, and then usually those same types of people who just opted to automate everything because they don't actually need to be present to take advantage of them, would probably use it to their advantage in certain areas. But who gives a shit, man? It's so much better than this. My point is, because you're like, what are you talking about? My point is, it says I have 40 wins. I don't have 40 wins. I do not have 40 wins. I maybe have, I don't know, like 12, maybe. And I mean, I did, I guess, advance. I have a Div 8 title. So there's that. So I think I had some early season wins. I'm like languishing in Div 9, and I play like once every 2 months a single game. So I'm not really looking to do much there. So this comes more from now trying to compete for Hut Champs, now that I know that there's on average about less than 1,500 people that are even trying to compete. And so that's 3 games, and then if I want the reward from it, that's another 5 games. And the competitive seasons, each season is 3 games, and you can play two. I'm sorry, each round of the competitive seasons is 3 games, and you can play 2 rounds of that. So that could be each season can be 6 games minimum, and I think in both you can play like 20 games or whatever. And in one you're pretty much supposed to, because one is based off of wins rather than reward points. And even in the one that's reward points, you're better off winning and scoring goals than you are losing and getting your ass kicked. But I'm terrible, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, there's that, and I'm never getting that. Even if I got another 10, that gives me 2,500 coins, which sadly I could actually use at this moment. I'm never getting another 50 just to get the lone Sawchuck. Yeah, I'm 1 out of 7. How many do you need? 500? Yeah, that's insane. Then here obviously is a Div 1 to get Horton, the Legend Horton with an extra 10,000 coins. That's just a bit absurd. This one though, we're 15 away here. 6.5 hours will be 14 away. So that's happening. That'll be fun. Unfortunately, the ability to upgrade that Chelios 299 was July and not August, so that sucks. And that's all of them. So that's it. So yeah, I don't understand why they're showing that Plays of the Year Sidney Crosby, and I'd be a bit annoyed, I guess, if I got that card in a pack, because I went out and spent what, probably, I don't know, $3,500 US in packs to be able to get that, because that's got to be like 0.00001% likelihood of pulling that specific card. But yeah, then pulling that and then seeing that's what you get as opposed to the 99s across the board. Other stuff for today, there's this. There's the free agency choice sets. That's for people that have draft collectibles, which people don't, so it's a thing. This was also today, so you got you have to be specific when you're talking about Lindholms, but I was gonna say Elias, but does he go by Elias? Elias Lindholm and OEL, both at 99s. Mikey Hoffman at 97. And I can't. I'm on the big screen. I still can't fucking see. I don't know what that is. That Chad Billins at 94 and Patrick Nemeth 93, and fuck me if I'm actually be able to read that one on the bottom. McIntyre. So is that Zane 93? Those are just 6 new free agency cards added, and it suggests that there's other ones in there as well. And then I think this filled out today. I showed the Bauer card. I was going to show the Park. I didn't give a shit though. So that's not all of them. That's just everyone that they've gotten up to so far. So, I don't know. I guess if you're playing 19 or you played 19 and you're looking at this video, and for some reason you're still here an hour later and you want to know what legends you can upgrade so far, because by 913 you can upgrade all of them. That is from top left to bottom right. That is Doug Gilmour, Bernie Jeffrion, Larionov, Robitaille, Busick, Salming, Curry, 2 different Currys, Brad Park, and Johnny Bauer. And then the milestones, they'll eventually show whichever one is missing, which I was trying to figure out before. Who would that be? So I know I can't get Sawchuck and Horton, but I have all the others besides Chelios. So I don't have 3 of the 7 that they're showing there, but still. McInnes, Sakic, who I already upgraded Sakic and Modano. So I could upgrade McInnes or Gartner, I guess, if I wanted to. So who would be missing? Because of course, again, this screen right here, if I clicked on that, it does not show you which ones you already have. And I was about to click to see like the lower ones if it would tell you. It's not McCarty, because McCarty is only an alumni card. He's not a legend card. There was probably one other one that was an alumni as well, right? But I bet I can figure out how to figure this out in the thing that nobody did because it was fucking stupid. So let's see, Gartner, Lemieux is also and Owen Nolan for me, maybe that's what it's going to be. Is it going to be Owen Nolan? He was more progression than milestone though, so that wouldn't really be fair, I don't think. And I'm nowhere fucking close to that, clearly. But this is the max, I think, is the 85 alumni. So again, not it's alumni and not legend. Oh wait, one. Yeah, my bad. I can't do two things at once for some reason. Yep, here we go. Throw way into this. Looking for new names. Moog is also alumni, not legend. Fleury? Huh. Is that the answer? Lone 84 Fleury. Why would this be... Why would that be in the auction house? I mean, I appreciate the user interface word, but come on. Okay, so is 84... I think that it came with a higher one. Did I already show this in my inbox and I don't even remember? I mean, my useless cards I just kind of skip over. No, that's McCarty. Yeah, no. So I don't know what's going on with that. So maybe is it an alumni one for him? It wouldn't have been especially if he's lumped in here with Moog. That kind of solidifies it for me that he's not a legend. He's just just an alumni. So was there somebody in the milestones that they're not listing here? I don't know. Whoever it is not on my team. I don't know that much. Trade collectibles in with your milestone legends for new boosted 99 overall items. And I don't even know, is the Owen... I mean, I can't even fucking check because Owen Nolan now has like 7 different cards. Maybe that's who it is. Maybe it's just the Owen Nolan one, because at least that's a legend, I assume. But I actually don't know. That would seem like a... yeah, I was watching the replays of Robert Zemeckis' Contact. It seems like an awful waste of space if it's just us in the universe. Yeah, it seemed like an awful waste of time, energy, effort, etc. if you do all that to grind for the Nolan, and it was like just an alumni card, which would mean that it would be maxed at like 88 or 89 probably, I guess. And then on top of that have other versions of Nolan that get dropped during the course of the year that are much better. That really suck. Yeah, these are not new. These are from yesterday. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, see, like you see that picture, and it makes you think that like cool stuff's gonna be cool, but it's not. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll take a closer look at what, like at the Clark and the Stasny, particularly, maybe the Ronick, and see if I feel like putting 60 of those towards that, as opposed to that would be skipping out on doing 3 extreme free agency packs, and those are the only packs that are going to be in the game until 20 comes out on 9/10, and they're gonna be over here on until 9/13, and I don't really expect anything else to come out after that. So, you know, there's that. So again, point being, an hour and a half later, why does this say 99, 96, 99, 93, and 98 when they're all 99s? I don't know, man. Can't help you. That's it for me. Peace out.